What's up, guys? Okay, I'm back with another video. Today's video is kind of a story time and my experience. So this is about jobs, so we're gonna be spilling the tea today. That wasn't a blunt, that was like a teacup. Old Navy, because that was kind of like my little first like dream job. I applied there, and after a week, they were like, you can come in for an interview. And I was like, wow, that was quick. You can come in for an interview. And the interview was, so there was the day that they scheduled it was like the open interviews, like the hiring event. So there was open interviews, and then there was my interview, which was actually scheduled. So I went there, and I brought my best friend with me. Okay, so I was like, oh, you want to come with me? Like, because I know she was like trying to look for a job too, like family stuff, so she wants a job. So I'm like, okay, like, let's hook it up for her. And we go, and she like applied on the spot, and then we both got the interviews. We both got hired on the spot. So I was like, damn, okay, like, that's good. That's a good thing. I'm gonna stick with this job. No. Here's what happened. We were working there. We both used to go to the same high school, and we used to go to elementary together too. But we went to the same high school. I started doing online school, as you guys know, and she left, and she was doing online too. So we were both available like in the mornings too, while everybody's at school. So they put us on shipments. You're thinking like you're gonna work at Old Navy, you're gonna be helping out people get their clothes, maybe do register or like work in the back. Nobody thought that you're gonna wake up 5 in the morning, start working at 6, and open boxes and stuff, and start putting it out in the store. In December, around Christmas time, they made us wake up at 4 a.m. and get there at 5. So yeah, I had to deal with that for like 2 months. And so they were like, okay, after like 3 to 4 weeks, or right after Black Friday, because I started working there like October. Yeah, October. So after Black Friday or whatever, you guys are gonna be changed, and you'll be like store associates. Like, you'll walk around, help people and stuff. So on the day of Black Friday, I was doing that, and my best friend was doing it too. Then I noticed they started giving me, and I was so helpful. There were customers who were they're like, oh my god, thank you so much, we needed help. I was doing like online orders for them, all this shit. I was doing it for them. They didn't train me how to do it. I did it on my own, like I was being smart. Like, I knew how to use this technology and all that. They gave us little iPods and stuff. I did that. They started giving me like 2 days a week. Then it went to a day a week, and then they would go like 2-3 weeks without giving me any days at all. And I'm like, what the hell? So I call, and they're like, oh, you do know this is like a seasonal job, right? Nobody told me that. I even asked them, is this seasonal? They're like, no. After shipments, you guys are gonna be trained to do other stuff. It's like, okay, cool. I was cool with the assistant manager and the other manager. Like, I was cool with them too. Then I'm like, this is sketchy. Like, why are they not giving me days? Shouldn't they, like, I even wrote down on the thing, at least like 20 hours. They wouldn't give me nothing. And then I see my best friend, she's getting hours, like, she starts going more and more and more, and I was like, what the hell? Like, they're giving her hours. We got hired the same time. I applied before her, she applied there like after a week. We both got hired at the same time. They're giving her more hours and stuff. Now, no shade to her, because that's still my best friend. Okay, that's my best friend. That's my dil ka tukra, if you understand that. I'm proud of you. So she gets more days, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, I'm not getting days. Turns out these, oh my god, they were being racist to me, because I noticed there was this one other kid, this Mexican kid, and then there was a Puerto Rican kid. The Mexican kid, me and him were like cool. Like, we met there, you know, we were like talking all the time, doing like boxes together. He wouldn't get called for work either. I wouldn't get called. And then his other friend, the Puerto Rican one, he ended up quitting. He's like, they're not giving me hours. I got hired at Target. So he left. Like, he dipped from that place. And me and him stayed, and he added me on Snapchat. He's like, oh, did they call you in? And I was like, no. He's like, did they give you hours and stuff? I was like, no, how about you? He's like, no. I was like, that's like sketchy, you know? So one day, me and my mom and my little sister, my brother was at home playing like video games, we went to Marianos. I don't know if you, like, some people know what that is. It's like a grocery store, like this fancy grocery store with Kroger. Like, if you live in like California or something, if you know what Food for Less is, it's basically like the same company. It's under Kroger. So we went there, and you know, we would always go grocery shopping there, you know, because it was like nice there, you know, we liked it. So we went there, and I'm like telling my mom, like, you know, spilling the tea to her. I'm like, damn, like, you know, I'm hurt by this. You know, I really wanted this job. I did so well in the interviews and stuff too. Like, they would even tell me. And then she's like, wow, what the fuck? Like, that's bogus, you know? And they're being like really like racist. I was telling her, I was like, isn't this being racist? And she's like, yeah. You want me to talk to them? I was like, no, you know, like, I'll give them another week. Maybe they'll give me hours. They still didn't. And while we were at Mariano's, she's like, oh, you know, you should work here. And I was like, head ass. Like, they wouldn't hire me. This is like, you know how busy and stuff they are? Like, they need to be quick, you know, register. And there's like all these departments. So I was like, oh, shit. Like, imagine I did. So I applied a couple days before, and I checked on the thing. Because they say, like, oh, give us at least a week to contact you and stuff. So they, Marianos is a hard place to get into, like, for the job. Like, yeah, it's kind of hard to get into. One of, like, the managers, I guess, or the supervisors, she's my mom's, like, really good friend. She used to work at her old job with her, and now she's, like, a supervisor or a manager in Mariano. So my mom told her, she's like, oh, yeah, you know, like, I'll let them know, you know, like, try to get her an interview. 2 days went by, I got an interview. I go there, and the first interview was like, oh, like, your availability, like, what made you want to come here, blah, 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 you know, stuff like that. They're like, okay, if you pass that, they're going to tell you, like, okay, come for a second interview. This girl, like, one of the managers, me and her are so cool. Like, I love her. She told me, come for a second interview. I was like, bet. I'll come. Shit. I'll come for a second interview. So I told my mom, you know, I'm like, oh my god, I got a second interview. She's like, yes, it's good. You know, she texted her friend. She was like, oh, thank you. She's like, yeah, of course. You know, she's a good girl. And even when she left, like, the girl told me, like, she did a really good job in the interview. She was talking, like, you know, using big words and stuff. So then after that, it was, I think 3 or 4 days later, it was the second interview. I went and I, like, passed that. In the second interview, at the end of it, the store director, or, like, one of the head, like, managers, he pulled me to the back, so he had to ask me questions. He went over the hours and stuff again. And they're like, oh, so you currently work at Old Navy, right? And I was like, yes, but I'm looking to leave. Like, I told him that. And he was like, all right, okay. And he wrote it down and stuff. Because, like, you know what? If I'm going to get hired at Mariano's, I'm leaving Old Navy because they did me bogus. Like, you're being racist. I should have called corporate on them. Shit, I'm going to do that after this video. So, after that, okay, so then he was all like, okay, I'm gonna ask you 3 questions. If you can pass these 3 questions, you are hired on the spot. And I was like, oh shit, okay, like, I'm over here nervous and stuff. His first question was, are you okay with the pay and stuff? And I was like, yeah, of course. Like, they paid $1 more. So Old Navy in Lincolnwood, like, Chicago area by there, I guess. I don't know what my place is, but they were paying $11. Yeah, exactly $11. Marianos was paying $12.25. So I was like, yeah, of course I'm okay with it. And like I'm like a teenager. I don't really care if it's like $20 or something, but I just wanted like a nice job so I could stop going on my mom's money, and not because like she's like poor or something. Like, we have all the money. It's just, you know, like you want to be able to make your own money and stuff, not to like take care of your own house, but like, you know, to be able to do little things on your own. So I'm like, of course, like, yeah, I'm okay with the pay. And then me and him were cool. I was like, yeah, my old job, like, they didn't pay well, blah, blah, blah. He's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's good. We'll see, look, now you're here. And I was like, yeah. And then he's like, okay, the second question is, do you shop here? Like, are you familiar with the area, like the store and all that? Even if you're not, like, doesn't matter, but like, are you? I was like, yeah, I shop here all the time. You know, my mom does all her groceries here. I like all the departments, like there's like hot foods, like where you could eat lunch and stuff like that. So I told him that. He's like, okay, yeah, that's good. Like, oh, are you? So we are here like all as like a family. Old Navy told me the same thing, like, oh, all of us employees are like a family. No, you're not. Like, I leave 2 minutes later, I find out y'all like talking shit about me. That's not a family. It's not. So then he's like, oh, you guys are all gonna be a family here. And I'm kind of hoping like, oh shit, he better be right, because I'm kind of attached to you guys already. So then I said that, and then he's like, okay, the last question, are you okay with, no, will you be able to wear the uniform and come in on time every day? I was like, of course. Like, the uniform was like a white collar, like button up, like polo shirt. And then you can wear like a black like sweater over it or something if you want. That's optional. I would do it because I don't like wearing like button shirts. It looks weird. And then like black dress pants. And then it has to be black shoes and black socks. Like, your ankles cannot be showing. I didn't know about the ankles part, but yeah. And then I said yes. He's like, congratulations, you're hired. He shakes my hand. I was like, oh my god, for real? Like, I said, for real? And he's like, yeah, of course. And I was like, oh my god, thank you so much. He's like, no, thank you for joining our family now. I was like, oh my god, I already feel like welcome. So then he said, okay, come back in like 2 days for orientation, and then there was computer training. There's a lot to this process. So I came in for orientation. I'm the only like 16-year-old girl there. Everybody else is like 20 or like 18, 19, but they all look like they were my age. So there's this one Asian dude. He was chill. He was in like the deli area, but we all got orientation together. There's this other girl. She was doing hot foods. Me and her were like, we were vibing, bro. And then this other guy, he's from Pakistan too. I still see him like every day. He said, what's up? Like, he's in produce. I was the only one in cashier, and then there's another dude in deli too. So we all had like orientation, like they're showing us the like store and all that, making us meet people, all that kind of stuff. And then they're like, okay, tomorrow is computer training for you guys. You get 2 days for computer training. So the next day I go, I have computer training, and like, it's asking you questions. Like, it depends on what department you're doing. Since I was in cashier, it was like, oh, like giving you scenarios and stuff like that. That's what they did in the interviews too. So I was giving like some good answers and stuff. And the second day I came, I had like 3-4 quizzes left in the training. Finished that, and then right after that, they're like, okay, now you got hands-on training. And it's like, they're bagging first and stuff. And then there was this one girl, she was working there for 2 months, and I found out that she was quitting too because she was moving back to Michigan where her parents live. So she's like, okay, I'm gonna be moving there, blah blah blah. So she trained me, and after she left, I still was like, okay, like I was learning fast. There was just some things that like I needed help with, like, oh, if a customer is asking about like this kind of thing, I can't change the price unless, like, if it's like 30 cents difference or something, obviously I can do it. But if it's like $1, and it's like kind of seems like we have to ask a supervisor or somebody to go check the price. with that kind of stuff, I was still kind of So there's this other kid that he was like training me, and then boom, you know, like after 2 weeks, I'm like, okay, like I'm fully like good at it. And you know, like there's codes for like fruits and vegetables. Like I got so many of them memorized, like bananas, tomatoes, cucumbers, all that type of shit. Like I got it. Asparagus. Like who would have thought that I'd know anything about asparagus? Exactly. But yeah, I know all this stuff, you know, blah blah blah. And here I am now. And I started early November, so about like 4 full months. Yeah, 4 full months I've been working there, and I love it. It's just, you know, like we really are like a family. All of us like employees, we're so cool with each other. Even if you don't know who that person is, once you start talking, like you guys are gonna talk every day. I'm like, I talk to all of the cashiers with me and stuff, you know, we're all like cool with each other. And yeah, it's just the customers, they'll be a little mean, but it's okay, because you know, all the employees, they know, like if somebody puts a blame on you for something, they know they're just angry customers. But yeah, I actually do feel really welcome at Marianos, and I love this job like a lot. Plot twist though, I've been applying at this one other place even way before I got hired at Marianos, and I was like, oh my god, I hope they give me an interview, and people would be like, oh yeah, they get back to you within a week or two. They didn't get back to me until 2 days ago, where this other place has an interview for me on March 7th, so like upcoming Saturday for me. Right now it's Monday, so a couple of days. And yeah, like I don't want to end up like leaving Mariano's and then go to this place and find out I don't get hours or anything, or I get treated really bad. So it's kind of tough. But that was the place that I always wanted to work to besides Old Navy. So next video, I'm gonna tell you what that place is and how the interview and all that goes. Maybe not my next video, but like one of the next videos. Oh, that's what it's gonna be about. So that's all the stuff that you guys want to know, maybe. But that was like a quick story time. So the Old Navy thing, it's not all Old Navies, because I know the other ones, they're like amazing. Like I wanted to transfer to the other one. I was talking to one of the managers at this other Old Navy location. She's like, yeah, one of our managers, she had a family death. So I was like, oh my god, I'm sorry. She had a family death, and like she'll be back within like a week or two. She's in Mexico right now. So I was like, oh shit, okay, like just let me know, you know, no rush. And they're like, yeah, of course. But yeah, this is the only Old Navy where I hate it now. Like that was my first job, so imagine like that. I was pretty hurt by that, but it's whatever, because now I'm in a better place that pays more, people are nicer, and yeah. I mean, after like 2 months, I was like, oh, I kind of hate coming to work. But then it's like, that's like, Mariano's is like a great job, so I love it. But if this other place hires me and it's like they're better stuff, then good. Because there is like this one supervisor at work that she's just always on my ass all the time. It's like I'm not even doing nothing wrong, and she's like mean to me. Like there's this one day where this guy came in. He's like, oh, how do I apply for a Mariano's card? And he wanted it. So she was at the register doing something, like helping this girl. And I was bagging her. She's all like, oh, sorry, go get him a Mariano's card. I'm not familiar with the front desk that much. So like I just go there, pick up my check, or like talk to like the supervisors there. But I don't take stuff away from there. So I'm looking. One of the supervisors, he's like really cool with me. He's like, what you need? And I was like, a Mariano's card. He's like, it's in the black box. And you can hear her in the back. Sorry for my language, but this is what she said. She said, oh my fucking god, Sarah, are you fucking serious? You gotta be fucking kidding me. Like, what? Like, what the? Okay, I didn't know. Like, I wasn't gonna like cry or anything, but I was like, damn, like, why is she talking to me like this? Everybody's nice over there, everything. And then she's like, she comes, she takes it herself. She looks at me like, ugh. It's like, how are you? I'm not gonna say this because I'm gonna tell even people who work with me, they'll be like, oh shit, I know who you're talking about, or they'll show her this, and I'm gonna be really embarrassed. Not because like I'm scared, but like that's like a supervisor. She could probably say something that's gonna get me fired. We don't want that. I'd rather quit than get fired. But yeah, and after that, you know, I told the supervisors, the ones that I'm cool with, and they're like, yeah, everybody knows she's like that, so don't even worry about it. And I was like, okay. But yeah, that was the only thing. But other than that, I love working at Marianos. Yeah, I really do. But if this other place is like better, then I guess so. Either way, if it's not good, I can always like quit or whatever. First, let's see how the interview goes. But if I do get hired and I really don't like it, I could quit and I can like come back to Mariano's, you know, because they're always like welcoming, you know. There's still people getting hired right now, so that's something I like about it. But yeah, that's it for today's little story time video. So if you watched all of that and shit, you like story times, okay, I'll make some more. But yeah, so thank you for watching. Bye guys, I love you so much. Okay, my hubbies, I love you. Bye.